Welcome to FLVS. We are excited to partner with you, and we want to discuss best practices for online and blended learning, specifically regarding communication. Communication is so important in online learning because families have a choice in the education product that they choose, and that makes them customers of FLVS. And communication factors into the overall customer service experience, and it largely impacts the student's success in an online course. Communication is also the very best way for you as a teacher to develop relationships with your students and your families. And at the end of the day, we want for our students and families to feel like they are the most important thing to us and that they have had very clear and consistent communication with their teacher. The expectations of communication are that you have office hours and or your availability communicated with your students and parents so that they know when they can call you and get you quickly on the phone for an answer. This helps students to determine their work patterns in your class if they know they're going to need a lot of help. And it also helps them to know when is the best time to reach out to you. Your phone calls, emails, and text messages must be returned within 24 hours. And assignments must be graded with specific academic feedback within 24 hours. Those types of contact, your phone calls, emails, text messages, and grading feedback are going to really be the cornerstone of how you communicate and build relationships with your students. So it's so important to do that in a timely manner. If you can do it faster than 24 hours, that's even better. Immediate feedback is always best when it's possible because a lot of times the students are actively working in your course and they have a question. If it takes a full 24 hours for you to get back to them, that's going to slow down their progress. So 24 hours is the expectation, but always immediate feedback or as soon as you possibly can to keep your students working in the class is going to help them be most successful. And parents must be contacted at least once per month to discuss the student progress in the course. That will be more frequent if the students are falling behind on their pace or if they're struggling with the course. The tools that you have to build relationships, the student-teacher relationship and the teacher-parent relationship, are all evolving around communication. You have phone calls with students and parents. That's going to help them get to know you and get to know your expectations of them in the class. It also allows them to feel comfortable reaching out to you if they need help in the course because they know you're available by phone. Emails are a way that a lot of working parents especially value email communication because they can do it on their timeline. And the same with text messages. A busy student and parent likes the option of being able to text message the teacher and get a quick response when they need help on the go. Your feedback on assignments helps to develop the relationship through them trusting you with their work and with the way that you communicate with them if they've done poorly. Or if they've done well, did you notice that they went out of their way to go above and beyond your expectations? So that feedback on the assignments really helps to build the relationship with the student and that trust with them. Videos are a great way for you to communicate with your whole course at once. If you have a message that you would like to deliver to all the students and parents, you can create quick videos that give them your personality or go over the course content, and you can send those out, and students and parents love that type of communication. live lessons that can be synchronous online live lessons where the students can attend your virtual classroom and ask questions, and you can teach and go over difficult concepts with them, are a great way to build that relationship that you would traditionally only get in the classroom. So it's bringing some of the classroom teaching pedagogy to online learning. And then on-campus lab visits, where you're with the students on campus 2 days a week, is going to give you that face-to-face communication where you're working with the students and building those relationships. So all of the ways to build relationships revolve around communicating with your students. Progress updates are a great way to make sure that everybody's on the same page with where the student is and where they should be. So the expectations of pace and student progress should be clear to all families. Your students and parents should receive weekly progress updates so that they know exactly where they are, if they're on pace or if they've fallen behind pace. And if they have fallen behind pace, how far and what do they need to do to get caught up? And if they're ahead of pace, to let them know that also so that it can be celebrated and it excites the students to work harder in your course. Students who are behind pace or struggling should receive weekly phone calls and updates so that the parents aren't hearing about it just at the month mark, that they know right away when the student has fallen behind pace or if they're struggling. And then always make sure you celebrate the success of your students to motivate them to just continue working and continue engaging in your course. And tone and word choice is such an important part of communicating with your students online, because they're not going to get to see your facial expression or maybe the gestures that you would have in a classroom to interpret your meaning. So always use a positive tone and encouraging words in order to engage your students and make them want to work in your course and excite them about working in your course. When you leave messages or you're talking on the phone, make sure they can hear that smile in your voice so that they know you care and you're excited about their learning. With your text messages, emails, and feedback, just always go that extra mile to make sure your students know that you are their cheerleader and their #1 fan, and you want to help them be successful in your course. And always make sure you sandwich any negative feedback about the student work or student progress with positive comments about the student. And it's always easy to find something positive, and just make sure to sandwich that in so that the student knows what they're doing well and then the areas that they can improve on. If you have any questions about communication, please feel to reach out and there will be someone that can assist you and answer any questions that you have. Thank you so much.